Greetings. I wasn't going to make a video today about my 9-year anniversary from no partying, but I decided to because if it can just help one person, then it's worth it. So 9 years ago, I decided to stop drinking, stop partying, and doing anything that would hurt my body. It was a long struggle, back and forth. I was still in the gym, I was still doing my thing, but I would go out, 1, 2, maybe 3, sometimes 3 times a week, usually just on the weekend. But it was a way to get away. It's a way to escape for a minute. It gave me a temporary peace, a fake peace. It made me feel like I was present, but it was just a false sense of presence. And the next day when you wake up, you're in such a bad place, physically, mentally, spiritually. You just feel like it's a black hole. So you can deal with that, or you can do it again. And once you start again, you're back to that place of so-called presence, where you're not worried about regrets. You're not worried about the future. You really are, in a sense, you're there, but it's not real. Real peace and real presence doesn't need any type of stimulants or any type of crutch, or it doesn't take any of that to get there. So I decided, and it was tough at first, I had to make the decision. It was when I went out, it was all or nothing. So it was time for me to make changes, and I didn't quite know how to do that. But the first step is saying, this is not working for me. After I left organized religion, I just kind of went wild and did my thing, and I had no purpose. I had really no goals. I didn't know what I was supposed to do with my life, but I know it wasn't supposed to be that. So I had to make some changes. The first thing I changed was I had to find some way to rewire my mind. I didn't know how that was going to look. That's when I started my meditation. And any type of addiction or any type of habit that you have that is hard to break free of, it's because your mind has a hold of that. And it's as much as you want to, and as good as your intentions are, it's almost impossible to completely break free of that unless there's something or some way to rewire the way you think, and that impulse that you have that's too strong for you to stop. So my intentions were always good, but it didn't work out that way. So with meditation, you start rewiring your mind, and your thought process, and your mind works different. So the decisions you start to make in your life become different. You're not caught up by the same traps and the same things that make you do what you do. You can see it. You can see it before it even comes. So therefore, you don't get sucker punched and then wake up with regret again because you didn't see it coming. You can see it coming. You can kind of sidestep it. So that's why a lot of times, even with rehab and other things, that people can't get clean is because their mind is still the same. Nothing has changed there. Their intentions are good. Their intentions, no one wants to be in this position. But you have to find some way, however that looks, to change your mind. There's several different ways you can do this, but you have to get to the root of what it is. It could be past trauma. It could be insecurity, whatever it is, whatever happened in your life, in your previous life, if you believe that, in your childhood, whatever you want to get away from, you have to deal with that head on. You can't sidestep it. And that's the answer, and that's the solution to your problem, is dealing with the problem itself and not trying to avoid it. So even though sometimes we think it's not something that happened to us, or how you were raised, it can be some deep-seated, deep-rooted issues that you really don't even know what are there. So we have to get to the root of these issues. So that's what I did. And every day that I wake up, I feel fresh. My mind is clear. It's so much easier to find peace, real and real presence, not having anything in my body like this. I mean, physically you feel better, mentally you feel better. You're just in a much better place. You're just so much happier, and every time you go out and you wake up fresh and you can go for a run and you can do all the things that you want to do without feeling a certain way, and it's okay, it's good. That's the biggest part. It's good. Life is good. You wake up, you don't need to escape your life. You're dealing with it on a daily basis, and you know it's okay. Everything is okay. So I just want to make a small video. Like I said, if it helps one person, then that's good and it's worth it. But once you get to the root of the problem, you don't even want to go back to where you came from. You don't want to go back to that place. There's no urge to go back to that place. I could sit in an environment all day and still not even want to take part in what's going on in that environment. It's like it was like it was in another life. There's no temptation. Once you get to the root of it, it's gone. Just like with my veganism, once it's really gone, it's gone. Anybody that's a vegan knows they're not going to ever go back to that old way of living, that old way of life for them, because somewhere deep down inside they know it's gone. You don't look at meat and go, oh man, I wish I could have that, or remember when I used to have that and eat that, oh, I really want that again. No, it's gone. We all know this. So with any other issue that you have in your life, or any other lifestyle thing that you want to change, once you get to it, it's all the way gone. You don't need to go back to that life. So, like I said, I mean, you can inbox me, you can hit me up, and I can maybe have some suggestions for you. But I just want you to know you have the strength and the power to do anything you want to do. You have the strength and